Hi, it's Celeste from Flying Otter Marketing here to give you a little bit of an orientation to your dashboard. These are the basics of your WordPress site. This is what you're going to see when you log in. Of course, yours is going to look a little bit different depending on what it is that you have installed with your site. But on this page, you will see, we're going to get over to this left section here in just a moment, but the boxes that you see here are going to vary depending on what plugins and so forth you have installed. But just to point out a couple of things that may come in handy, the Right Now box, as you can see, it shows you various things that are perhaps waiting to be approved, comments that are waiting to be approved, how many pages and posts, and so forth. Recent comments, self-explanatory, incoming links, and so forth. But a couple I want to point out here, the WordPress blog and other WordPress news, if those are appearing on your dashboard, those really are a waste of space unless that is your business, is working with WordPress. So you can always just make those go away, clear yourself a little bit of space, just click this screen options box, blue tab at the top, and uncheck the other WordPress news, WordPress blogs, and any others that you think are going to be useless. Another one that I don't suggest you keeping there is the quick press. As you see, I just checked it and it reappeared. I'm going to suggest that you go through the more traditional route for adding blogs. So I'm going to uncheck that, make that go away. We can compress that screen. There we go. So we've got less going on here on the page. You also can compress any one of these at any time. Just hovering over the right corner, it's a toggle switch, and it will compress it. Then you can also drag these boxes around and make them appear differently. So that's how you arrange and rearrange the main window there. Now let's talk about what's going on over here on the left. The sidebar here on the left is your main menu. This gives you all of the options, all the things that you can use to affect your site. You will hover over any one of those. When an arrow appears, you know that there's a sub-menu. So you've got your posts, your media, which is where you're going to upload your photos and audio files and videos and so forth. Your links, those are for external links. Your pages. And the difference, by the way, between posts and pages. Pages are primarily your static information, those things that are not going to change that often, like your About page or your Services page. Not going to change all that frequently. Posts, however, are very dynamic. Those are your blog posts or anything that's current, up to date, and those things that are most readily seen by the search engine. Comments, those are the comments that people will make about your posts. And you will want to go in and approve those so that they appear on the front end. So that's just to keep from having people make unwanted comments on yours. That's the approval process. And then in this case you see testimonials. That's simply because that's a plugin that's installed on this particular site. Under the Genesis tab, you're just going to want to leave everything there alone. That's not anything that you want to mess with. Under the Appearance tab, again, this is going to vary depending on how you are set up as a user. You may see some of these things, you may not see others. If you do see the Appearance tab, under this tab, really the only two areas that you're going to want to deal with are widgets and menus. And the widgets, that's a whole nother tutorial into itself, but you just need to know where that is. Plugins, these are those little apps that do things, that increase the functionality of your site and provide different services on your site. So this is where you will go to add new plugins, to check on the ones that are already installed, make any adjustments to the settings, and so forth. Users, that's where you'll find your user account. Unlikely you'll ever need to go in there. In tools, you're going to find the primary thing that you're going to use in the tools is the form builder if you want to set up a new form in addition to the one that your site already has built for it on the contact page. And under settings, this is going to vary to a great degree, depending on what you've got installed. And then gallery, again, this just happens to be a plugin that's installed for this site. Now, very important from this dashboard, something you're always going to want to know how to get to is your live site. If you simply click on the name of your site, which will appear right above the word dashboard, that will always take you to your live site. And there you go. Once you get to the live site, I just want to point out there are things that you will see when you're logged into your site. If you see this shortcut bar up at the top, that's something only you are going to see. Your site users are not going to see that. So this is your shortcut menu to get to the things that you do most often on your site. So hopefully this has been helpful in giving you a little bit of an orientation to know where to go to find things and how to manage your dashboard.